How's everybody doing tonight? You ready for what are we up to? Day 7 of the ROKR 3D pinball. I've got a new camera angle for you. It's not very professional. You could see the YOLO box here. You could see my keyboard here. But I think it's going to be useful. This is camera 4, which is normally the close-up camera. But for tonight, it's actually a distance camera. We have this other like distance camera, but it's like we might go to that. That's kind of like really far away. But with using camera 4, I basically just like lifted up the tripod and I didn't zoom it in. So now you can see the height of this thing and the width of this thing, because as you can see here, this is a side, gonna be, I think, the left side panel of the pinball machine. I mean, look how deep this is gonna go. So it's already huge. This thing is already huge, and I think we need this new camera angle. Just as a reminder, this is our normal camera angle. It's very tight. It's like doesn't even fit on the screen. Nor most puzzles aren't this big. The box for this is like huge. We know that. Which reminds me, the box. I didn't set that camera angle yet. If you don't mind, I'll just set it right now. How do I gotta do this? I think I just gotta push this box a little bit further away from me. And maybe straighten it out a little bit. And zoom it in just a tad more. Alright, I know that it's not, I know you didn't tune in to watch me play with camera angles, but I'm almost there. I think that might be as sharp as it's going to get. Yeah, it's not a very, it's not the best camera. This camera is normally used to show the Wheel of Fortune, which I'm not going to try to show you. If I had the handy cam hooked up, I could lift that up. I don't know why I didn't hook up the handy cam yet. I need to do that. I need to get to that, which I will soon enough. But anyway, right now, here's our sort of normal view. Right, so we got this camera angle. We got the above. We might still use that. We might still use this when we've got the, when we're building out the side of it. This might be cool. I'm not sure, but I think this is our new. This might be the one we use most as we finish the 3D pinball, because it's just so huge and this is the only thing. So the loss of this is we don't have the close-up camera, which means I really do need to set up that handy cam, because if we want something close up, I'll just go in with the handy cam. Maybe I could set it up right now. If you'll... Now, you know what? Let me get to the build, and I'll promise for tomorrow that I'll set up the handy cam. Alright, so where were we on the build? It says page 14, piece 148. Alright, so this is page 15. The question is, did we finish page 14? I think we did. I mean, that looks like this piece. So yeah, we finished that. We finished page 14. Alright, so we move on to page 15, and the first thing we need to do here is collect the pieces. I love that they show you the pieces here on the side. So it's a lot of pieces. A4. Huh, where are my boards? I'm missing some boards that I usually have the small boards here. Let me get those out of the box. Yep. Yeah, got a lot of crap still in the box. Alright. Alright, are we finally ready to go here? Alright, so A4 times 5. A9 times 3. A12 times 3. And then B8, 13, and 19. 19 times 3. C20, H4. So we need 4 boards. We need 4 boards. We need, what is that, about 16 pieces at least, right? All right, 11, 14, 16. Yeah, I believe that's 18 pieces. So we're at 148 now, so that's going to go, what, to 166? If my math is correct. All right, so A4 times 5. Let's start collecting these pieces. That's not, this is the, I believe this is the A sheet. It's amazing, we're using the A sheet on almost every page, and we're not done with it yet. It's a lot of little pieces in the A sheet. I mean, some little tiny pieces here. So the first one they want is A4. So there's A4s. We haven't even touched them yet. It's like 12 of them. All right. Okay. There's 12 of them. We need 5 of them. You know what this looks like? Rosie the robot. I don't know. I don't have the close-up camera today, but I think this looks a little like Rosie the robot from the Jetsons. That's kind of how she looks. I don't know if you can see that. We got 5 Rosie the robots coming off the assembly line here. Excuse me. And we need A9 times 3. All right, A9. It's a lot of what I refer to as pins on the A board. So here's 8 A9s. We need only 3 of them. There we go. Wow. A lot of pins here. A lot of pinning going on. All right, A12 also times 3. So where's A12? There's A11, there's A10, there's A13, A12. I mean, what am I doing here? I can't find A12. Is it possible it's on a different board? All right, let's go through every... Oh, these are A12. These circles are A12. All right, so let's add those. What do they want? 3 of them? It was hidden in plain sight. I didn't think to look at the circles for some reason. I just assumed that that wasn't what we're doing, which is stupid. You should check every piece. I don't know where I came up with that idea. All right, the B's are also, I believe, a half-size board. So we need B8, 13, and 3 B19s. This is the D board. All right, how did we lose this? This is one of the pieces we need. All right, I guess we'll toss it over there for now. C, E. All right, here's B. The last one. Eight, 13, and 3 19s. These are the 19s, by the way. It's a good thing this is 13 because I accidentally knocked it out. And here's the 3 19s. Kind of an interesting looking piece. And then the 8. I was thinking the 8 is going to be this like drummer, but it's not. B8 looks like it is a drummer. It's I think it's this one. Yeah. We had knocked him out earlier for some reason. All right, so 3 B9s. This looks like a bunch of ornamentation. We're probably going to stick it on, this board that we were working with yesterday. We're probably just going to add it. It's just going to be decorated. That's my guess of where these pieces are going. So we're just doing some decorations. Nothing too functional here. All right, so there's 8, No, 13, 8, and 19. All right, anyway, that's it for the B sheet. I just knocked another piece out. This is why my pile keeps loading up with these pieces, because I knocked them out by accident. All right, the C board is also here. This tiny board is C, but there's also a bigger C board. So we got to find both of them. Well, we just need C20. I suppose we could scan the little one to see if C20 is there. Yeah, it is. C20 is there. So these are half size boards. The A sheet is a quarter size board. This C is an eighth size board. It's the only one. So there's C20. It's that like wraparound piece, U-shaped, and it's long and skinny and U-shaped. So be very careful getting this board out, because you can easily mess it up. You want to get that out without breaking it. You break it, you're screwed. Unless there's a second C20, which ROKR has been known to give generous amounts of extra boards. I don't know if on this puzzle, but on some of their DVD size puzzles they do. All right, do we have all of the pieces? Not yet. We still need H4. So H, where are you, H? That's K. What the hell is this? That's L. That's A. Is that H? That looks like H. H4. Where is H4? Oh, this is H4? Just one of them? There's two of them here. Well, probably need one on the other side. Ooh. This one was kept as a single. We should have took that one, because I knocked out two of them, even though we only needed one. Oh well, it happens. Happens a lot, actually. All right. What did we say this was? 16 pieces. 5, 8, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18. All right, so we got all of our pieces. Now, what are we going to do with all this stuff? All right. As predicted, we are continuing work on this this piece. I believe it's the left side wall of the pinball machine when it gets all built up. All right, so the first thing they want is B13 is going to be attached here. There's many connections. All 5 of these A pieces are going to go there. And the way they go in, this little pin at the back is going to go to here. Actually, that's not fair to say. The pin is actually going to go underneath this board. I see that it's a little bit off camera. All right, let's go to this camera. Okay. So there's slits here. Underneath those slits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Presumably underneath those slits, there's pinholes. Let's check the other side. No. Maybe. It's hard to say. But anyway, the fact that they're going slits means they're going to this depth. I don't know if you can see that. There's a lot of depth to this piece. Basically it's a pinhole at this end, but it's going into a slit that matches that sort of the shoulder width. If this is Rosie the robot, it's going to her shoulders. So we have to stick them into this board from the back. Stick Rosie's legs out through the back of the board. And just the shoulders come out this end. Just the pin comes out this end. And that's the way we're going to drop it in. So let's get all 5 of them in. The whole fleet of Rosies was going in. There we go. We have 4 of them in. Alright, the last one goes here, I believe. Or am I doing this all wrong? Because there are 3 pinholes there. I don't know. Well, I think I'm doing it right, but I can't really tell. I guess we'll find out right now when I got all 5 pieces on. All right. What are they supposed to line up? With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, I don't know if this is going to work. How deep? Oh, there we go. Rosie's shoulders go in. Yeah, that worked. All right, so it's on there. You can see that thickness. 3 boards pushed together, and then Rosie's feet sticking out the top. So, what's next? All right. There's a lot going on here. Assemble star pieces in the direction shown. So, let's try not to mess up on the star pieces. So, the way the star pieces work is in pairs. So, you've got these 3 pieces. It's not even in pairs. It's really in triplets because they're going to work with these pairs as well. And what they want with the stars is the points going up. So there's the 3 pairs with the points going up. And they need to go 1, 2, 3. But then also, they want us to stick in these 3A3s into these 3 slots. So I might even do that like first. Can you see it from here? No. If I go a little deeper, you can see it from there. So there's the 3A3s, A9s, 3 A9s. 1, 2, 3. That's where they're going. I'm just doing that first because it's like easy thing to do. So I got, I don't know if you saw it, ROKR Justice Guard. It's the AK-47 model that I built a couple of weeks ago. It's gonna be my most popular video. It's like not slowing down. I think there's even a lot of people who come back. It's an 11-hour video, and like in its first week, it's gotten more. It's like in my top 10 in views, and I think it's like 3rd in view hours because it has a lot of view hours. So you could assume from that I would specialize going forward in like weapon models, but I'm not going to. You're still going to see me doing pinball machines and cars and video games and that kind of stuff because I don't know. I'm just like, I'm turning 50. I'll be able to say next month in like 8 days. So I guess it's like 2 months. Okay, 2 months from now. It's 7/22. So yeah, like 2 months and a day from now, I'm turning 50. And, if I'd have specialized in something when I was like 15 and stayed a specialist in it till I was like 45, I could have like made some valuable contribution to some field by working in it for 30 years. But at this point, I'm old. I'm not old, but I'm 50 and I don't want to be a specialist. Like I want to do whatever I want to do. So I can't tell you what model I'm going to do next. It's going to be basically whatever I feel like doing. But you can say in the chat or the comments what you feel like doing, and if I agree, then let's do that model together. But I really can't tell you at this point. So we didn't add this character. Oh, let me guess. He's going to go on these pins. You can almost see it, right? Yeah, that is definitely going to go there. I'm not going to put it there till the instructions say it. Oh, and then this is going to go around the outside. Oh, yeah. We totally see what's going on here. Like, no question. These two pieces are going here. We don't need to see it in the instructions, but we will. We're going to wait for the instructions. So when you put this piece on, this B19 piece, make sure it's inside out. Not a big deal if you don't, but it won't have the ink. There's a little bit of ink on it, so it gives it a little flair. If you put it on this side, it's plain. On this side, it's got a little ink, makes it, it all adds up. This ink is very light. I don't know how visible it is, but it's there, and let's keep it. Oh, you know what we didn't use yet? This piece. What is this for? That's an interesting piece, by the way. I don't think that's an aesthetic piece. I think that's going to hold something together. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. I would guess maybe it's going to drop in here, and it's going to connect to the front of the puzzle. But let's see. That's just a wild guess. Back to the instructions. You know what? Where did we even get this piece from? It's not addressed here. They were like pranking us. We don't use H4. You see this instructions. You see it says H4 right there. But tell me where you see H4 in the instructions, because I don't. B13, A4, B19, A12, A9, no H4. Now the other side, oh, there's H4. Okay, it's just going to go in front of that little happy soldier there. The drummer boy. So it's going to go like right here, I guess. All right, so let's do the frame first, right? Drop that on. That's C20, and it's going to go right around this edge here. It's decorative, yes, but it also adds weight and strength to the pinball machine. Imagine when this pinball machine is actually going to be used. We're going to be like pulling a trigger to shoot the ball. We're going to be pressing the buttons to operate the flippers. The ball is going to be rattling around. It needs reinforcement, and this kind of thing that's going on here, it's making the wood thicker and thicker, and it's going to make it stronger. And I'm sure, almost certain that that's a factor. I don't think that's just a happy coincidence. All right, so the little drummer boy gets 3. 1 to the head, 1 to the drum. 1 to the hat, really. 1 to the drum, and 1 between the legs. All right, it's on. Now, this H piece, what is this all about? What is going on here? I can't really see. It's like, is there like multiple depths if we look in here? Son of a gun, there are. If you look in that gap there, underneath the drummer boy's feet, that pedestal he's standing on, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 levels if you count the hole at the bottom. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. Okay. So it is kind of a reinforcing piece. Yeah, this is a very good use of this piece. All right, let's drop it in there. And it's got a notch on top to help it. So we got to get it all the way back here. We got to get it all the way to come out. So let's see if we can do that. All right, we got it. Nice, right? There's the piece in the back. Bob's your uncle. All right. What's next? Ooh. That whole time we were doing page 15. Sorry about not updating the scoreboard. So page 15 took place in the prior 20 minutes. I forgot to update the scoreboard. That was page 15. We're now moving on to page 16. That was the danger of me not updating the scoreboard yesterday. So, by the way, it's now page 16, and we're on piece 166. So, so it's not just a U-Gears thing. ROKR, it's got some funny numerology going on, too. I don't know why it is, but it is. All right, so let's take a look at page 16. So here we go, page 16. How many pieces we need? This is segment 8, if you're keeping track of that. 55 and 56 are in play. So that's the tape. 56 is the tape. 55, anyone remember what 55 is? Well, I guess we're going to find out. Let's see if we can find it in the instructions. Oh, okay. 55 is this, or maybe it's this. Anyway, it's 55 is plastic. So we're going to put plastic on this side too? That doesn't seem right. What? We can't use this because we already used it on this side. We can't put both pieces here. We won't have it left for the other side. This can't be right. This is not. I think we're done with this. I think we're going to start building the second one. That's why I'm confused. Okay. Put that piece aside. We're not working with this right now. We're going to start building the other side wall. And that's why we're going to need the tape again. And we're going to need this piece again. So this is P56 or P55. I don't know. One of these is 55 and one of these is 56. And probably one of these other pieces we're grabbing is a sidewall. Either K1 or K10, I would guess. All right, let's go. Yeah, K1 is a sidewall. Okay, so that's why we're using the other plastic strip, because we're going to work on the other sidewall. So, where is that other sidewall? I think it popped out when we were working yesterday, or was that the front piece that popped out? I think this is the front. I don't know. It's not the back. It's not the side. Maybe this is the front. Anyway, somewhere in here. Here it is. This has got to be K1. Yeah. It says K1 on it. This is K1. All right, so here's K1. We also need K10. K9, like the dogs. K11. I wonder if K10 is a piece that I knocked out yesterday. 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh no, here's K10. Alright, K10 is a very insignificant little piece. That's K10. I'm telling you. We probably could work without it, but whatever. Alright. So P55, P56, K1, K10. 6 G14s. So that's 10 pieces, and then G9 and G11, so that's 12 pieces. So 12 pieces, that's going to bring us to 178. 178 pieces. So we're like maybe a third of the way through this. All right, I think G's are over here, right? Or no, or G is big boards, I forget. Yeah, there's no G's here. G's are from the big board. Okay. I just dropped out the 2 more of those pieces. Those little insignificant pieces. Let's try to remember what those are. K10s. H, L, come on, where's G? Here's G. So, very busy board, this G. So, we need 9, 11, and 6 G14s. G14 is these little guys. G11 is a big guy. In fact, he's breaking a lot of stuff on his way out. Okay, there's G11. I wonder if G9 is one of the pieces that we knocked out by accident days ago. You know what I think it is? I think it's this piece we were picking up before. Does this look like it came out of G? Yeah, this is G9. Alright, this piece is G9. Alright, so now we just need the 6 of these G14s. So 2, 4, that's 6. Okay. 6 of them it is. Now, what are we going to do with all this crap? Alright, well, one thing is, let's grab this piece. Because we have the whole sheet. We didn't pop the piece out yet. Okay. So what did we say? 12 pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, we got to get the direction of this correct. So, I think it's like this is the correct direction. Because we got to make sure we put the tape on the right side. I wish there was ink on this side, but there is some ink, but it's just an indication of where tape goes. But there's no ink on this side. So this should be the inside. It also matches the picture that they give us. So the first thing they want to do is cut the double-sided tape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. I'll tell you there's a pattern. There's 3 sections here. The ends of each section, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the towers of each section, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one is only 3 pieces. So the 2 ends and the 2 towers are the same. So there's where the 10 pieces of tape goes. So we got to put them in, and then we got to wait till they stick, and then we got to take the paper side off, because that's how it goes with this double-sided tape. So I don't know how much tape it's going to take, but it's going to need a minute to dry, like after it does its job. So I think we'll just put it in place and then cut it. I think that's the way to do this. We might do them a little long. Let me try to do the next one shorter. So while I'm doing this tape, I could tell you this is my 3rd live stream today. Can you believe that? If I'd have done a gym one, it'd be my 4th live stream. But I haven't done the gym ones in a while because we need to get our laundry machine fixed. But anyway, I did gaming today with my son. We've been working our way through the Shadow Ops Red Mercury co-op campaign, doing a level per session. But the first level we did today was very short. We were done in like 32 minutes. We usually do an hour and a half. So we thought, okay, let's do another one. And then the second one took like, I don't know, 50 minutes or something like that. So we basically streamed. We streamed for an hour and a half, but over 2 different streams. So this is my 3rd stream of the day. And in fact, the first one started at 7. So it's my 3rd stream in like 4 hours. So it just had like an hour break in between. I could have easily done a gym stream in the morning. No problem. I could have woke up and done that. I've got like 3 pieces of gym equipment to review. Can you imagine if I'd done 4 streams in a day? And the amazing thing is, it's not like I have some huge audience. I mean, these videos are usually found after the fact, like not live, meaning like someone's considering buying a model or a piece of gym equipment and they come and watch the video later. Like, there's no even point to me doing it as a live stream. But here I am, live streaming. Ooh, I messed up on the last one. The tape stuck to my finger. I gotta redo that one. It's an important one. I can't just... I can't not... I'll just grab a little piece of tape and redo that one. Hopefully we don't run out of tape at the end. Alright, so this is going to need to sit here for a minute and get like, how you want the glue to stay on and the paper to come up. So we need like a minute for that to happen. I'm just going to check if there's anything else we could do while we're waiting for that to happen. No, we can't. All we can do is maybe work first on the one we put down first, which I think was this one. And then we have one more to put down. Okay, good. So by the time we put that down, the others will be ready to be cut off. So I guess I got distracted when this one messed up. By the way, it messed up twice. It's also folded around. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this one's missing. See, I knew it was missing without counting because of the pattern. I figured out, not figured out. I noticed the pattern they were using, and then I used the same pattern just to not have to keep looking at the instructions. It was like easier to remember and replicate the pattern than to keep checking the instructions. All right, let's start taking the paper off. I find that if you take it off from the middle, then the glue has a better chance of staying on the bottom. If you take off from the ends, you might pick up the glue, which would be bad. You'd have to redo the piece. So when we were streaming, we're trying to make, you know how I do the puzzles. After you do like 10 days, 20 days, whatever, I make a compilation video. So we're planning the same thing with the video game. So we were playing a level. So we're playing it on the toughest level, the toughest difficulty with friendly fire turned on. So that, I mean, that's how you do it. If you're going to do like a walkthrough of a video game, you have to do it on the highest difficulty. Otherwise, you're not really doing it. You're not really walking through the video game. You're just kind of sightseeing. But anyway, when we were doing the first level and then we went to go do the second level, because I said we did 2 today, I somehow turned off the Xbox in between before we had saved the progress, meaning because I didn't do that, the next level wasn't unlocked. So we couldn't play another like 30 minutes to unlock the next level. So what we did is we switched it to the lowest difficulty and we turned off friendly fire. And we literally got through it in like 1 minute. Like it didn't even take any. It was like a totally different game. It was what you would call a run and gun, except there weren't enough enemies because there still was the same amount of enemies as you would in the tactical shooter. You just lowered the difficulty and it became like super easy. So that was funny. It's like kind of like we're like sweating this video game to get it done, but you lower the difficulty and suddenly there's like nothing even to do. It's like you don't even know what you're doing. You're just walking down the middle of the map with your... They have one gun called an LMG where you could just hold down the trigger and it holds like 99 bullets or whatever. So when we played on the lowest difficulty, that's what we did. I just walked through the level with the finger on the trigger of the LMG, and that's literally all we needed to do to beat it on the lowest difficulty. Of course, we played on the highest, and then we need like team tactics and good shooting and good ammunition management and, you know, all the things it takes to be successful at an FPS. But on the lowest difficulty, we just walk through with your finger on the trigger. But, you know, I'm glad that difficulty is there because, I mean, he's 17, my son, I'm 49. We're both like, you know, I don't know what's the age of someone's prime, maybe like 15 to 55 or something like that. So if you're like a 5-year-old or a 95-year-old, maybe the low difficulty is challenging, you know? And you might think, oh, it's stupid though, it's unrealistic. I mean, it's unrealistic in any case. It's never realistic. I mean, come on. It's never realistic. So you might as well just accept that and enjoy the game for what it is, which is, I mean, it's fun. It's like when you play basketball, it's not a simulation of anything. You're just playing basketball. And, you know, in this video game on a different difficulty, or really any difficulty, you're just playing a game. There's nothing really going on. It's not a military simulator in any case. Wow, that double one actually came off really easy. That little bit of glue at the bottom like helped. All right. 2 more to go, and then we finally could get to step 2. That's a killer step 1. Putting down 11 pieces or 10 pieces of double-sided tape. For a step 1, that's a lot of work. And we gamed at the same location. So there was an Xbox One sitting here like an hour ago while we were gaming. And for the monitor, we didn't use my computer or this monitor. There's like, let me see here. If I switch to this camera, can you see? You barely can see. I have a monitor right here. So we didn't use that monitor because we figured it's like too small for gaming. So we had another monitor sitting here. And it still was kind of a small monitor, but anyway, that's what we used. Okay. We finally got all this tape on. So now, what's step 2? Let's take a look. Step 1, put a bunch of tape on. Step 2, put the red on. So that's what we got to do. The red is known as P55. Let's make sure we got the right sort of look to it. So that looks like the correct shape, right? Don't cover these at the bottom. You're going to need those later. How'd I do on the other side? Yeah, I didn't cover them there. So basically right above that, we can put this down. I might have done that a little too high, but I think it'll get the job done. I actually was using the monitor to line it up because the monitor's got an over the head angle. So that was actually good for lining that up. I think I could have done it a little bit lower, but whatever. It's on. All right, what's the next step? All right, the next is a very busy step. And by the way, they want another piece of tape. But now they want it on the outside. So flip this over, by the way. Flip over assembly. All right, so if you didn't notice it, it says it there. So we flip this over. All right, now they want to put on another piece of tape. And one thing is there's ink there. So you can actually see that ink there. That's where the tape goes. So the tape is this 56. We've got a piece of tape here. I think it's about the right size. And you know what? This tape is kind of redundant anyway. So it's not a big deal if it's not the right size, because you'll see in a minute it's going to be redundant. It's sticking to my finger. That's why it wasn't going on the board. It was sticking to my finger. All right. It's on. But some of it's on my finger, too. Whatever. Like I said, not super important. All right, so this piece, which is G9, it's going to go here. But it needs to be prepped first. It needs to be prepped with the 3 G14 pieces on the top row. As I recall from the other side, the other 3 are going to go here. But for some reason, they want them like one at a time or something, whatever you want to call it. They don't want us to put all 3 in. They want us to put 3 in underneath this board and then 3 in above this board. That's just what they want. So we're going to give them what they want. We're going to drop them in the top here. And then we're going to drop the board on. All right. So flip this over. Ink side out on top. And line it up. Oh, wait a second. They want one other thing first. They want K10 over here. Yeah, K10 over here. I guess it helps line up the piece we're about to put on. So K10, let me see here. 1, 2, 3. I mean, really the only place it could fit in. All right, so that's it. It's on. Got to push it down all the way. Am I messing something up? I am messing something up very much. Wow. I put these in the wrong way. They need to be vertical. I had them horizontal. Hi. Oh, how about that? Hold on a second. I don't know if this person is still here. Let's see if we can get it. All right. So, I would like to return a thumbs up. Key Hopkin. Is that a person's name? Yeah, that's their name. Okay. How's it going, Key? All right. So I got it lined up correctly, I think, now. So the top row. So the reason I knew it was wrong is it wouldn't go down, it wouldn't click on. How's it going, Key? Do you have this puzzle or just watching for fun? Or considering getting this puzzle? I know that was a big thing with the previous puzzle that I did. A lot of people had the puzzle, but a lot of people were also considering getting the puzzle, and they were watching a bit of the video to decide. All right, so now we have to take G11. It's going to go on like this. It's going to go on like this. We're going to put another set of the G14s underneath, and on the back side, we're going to put a piece of tape right here. A piece of the double-sided tape. So we'll put the double-sided tape on, and then when that's drying, we'll put the pins in. The G14 pins. Drying is not quite the word. What's the word for adhesion? The adhesion is strengthening. Let's just say while the adhesion is strengthening, we're going to put these in. These ones you can't get the angle wrong because now this piece is already on and it's only going to fit in one way. So maybe they should have had us do them all. Like line up the piece first and then put the other piece in. All right. Do I have this the right? Let me just double check that. Does that look right? Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, so we just got to get that tape off. So we used all, 12 pieces? I think we did, yeah. $52, all right. Okay. The double-sided tape is, yeah, it can be quite annoying. Okay, we got it. I was thinking that we had ripped it again, but no, it looks good. All right, G11. And then we're done, I believe, with page 16. I'll double check, but I believe this is the last part. And then that doesn't look right. Does that look right? Oh, yeah, that looks right. Okay, just judging by the other page. Yeah, that looks right. All right. So, judging by the other page, we're going to be building again. How do we have another piece sitting here? Like, that's probably exactly what we need. I don't know why it was sitting here. Anyway, let's take a look at 17. Let's first confirm we're done with 16. We are. Let's go to page 17, and we're probably going to be decorating this side wall, I would guess. Yep, all the same pieces as before. A4 times 5, A9 times 3, A12 times 3, B6, B12, B19 times 3, C20, and H4. So we need to collect all those pieces. It should be easy. I mean, they're all pieces we worked with before. I think, what is this? H4 maybe? I don't remember. Or B6? I don't know. It's something. I know we need it. And then like C20 was on this sheet last time. There isn't the second C20 on this sheet. Usually when it has one piece, it has the other, but not in this case. All right, let's find another C20. All right, here's B19s, but there's only 2 of them. So that means one of them has got to be over here somewhere. Yep, there it is. And then there's also, what was this piece called? It was A12? Yeah, A12, 3 A12s. So it's going much quicker because we recognize these pieces this time. All right, so we still didn't get that C. So here is B. Do we need this? Is B6 the name of it? Do we need B6? Yeah, we do. Little drummer boy. B6, little drummer boy. I'm kind of messing up the order. Let's try to get control of that. All right, so, well, the problem is we didn't put the A4s down yet. So everything's kind of like A4, those are the Rosie. Do you remember Rosie? Rosie the robot, was that her name? From the Jetsons? Anyway, A4, which we need 5 of. They look like Rosie the robot from the Jetsons. So there's those 5. And then A9 times 3. So A9 is also a little pin. We only need 3. In the case of A9, we only need 3. All right. I'm just getting the pieces in order. And then A12 are the circles. All right. B6 is the drummer boy. This has got to be B12, right? It's got to be something. I don't know. Let's take a look at the B board. The B board is done. I don't think there's any pieces left here. Yeah, B12. This must be B12. Okay, and then B19 times 3. These are B19. The B board is done. We no longer will be using the B board. It's garbage. Right? Do you see any pieces left here? I don't. I think it's done. All right. A4, A9, A12, B6, B12, B19 times 3. Oh, C20. We never found that C20. Where'd that go? There's a second C board somewhere. There it is. So I guess each C board has a C20. And then we need H4. All right. Where on this board is the C20? Oh. There's actually 2 more of them. I think this is the C20, but I don't see it saying C20. Oh, there it is, C20. Okay. So let's grab this C20. The problem is these other pieces are going to drop out if I'm not careful about how we take this C20 out. Yep, they're going to drop out. Yep. We're going to have pieces everywhere. Okay, no, we got it. This little flamingo or whatever is about to fall out, but basically we got the C20 out without destroying everything else. All right. We still need H4. Remind me what H4 looked like. Ah, H4, yes. I remember H4. We have it right here. It was in our scrap pile. All right. So we know exactly what to do here. Look at this. We're going to be done in a second. All right, so just going in order that the instructions give us. The first thing we need to do is put the 5 rosies in the back of this piece. And we're going to do that by pinching her head and putting her through the back. As distasteful as that sounds, that's what needs to be done. Wow. Why is it not going in? Well, we'll get it in. Was there any news today? Anyone see anything? I think there was... I don't remember. I was going to say I thought there were some sports today, but I think I was just imagining that. I think it was last week. They had the track championship, the USA Track and Field Senior Nationals, which determine who goes to, I believe it's Budapest in the World Championships next month. They just had a World Championship last year in Oregon. It's kind of crazy that they're having another one this year, but has something to do with like skipping a year during COVID and the Olympics getting pushed back or whatever the heck. There's some reason for it, probably COVID related. All right, so we got the 5 A4 pins in the back of B12, and now we're going to push B12 onto this full construction here. Once we got all the pieces lined up, get them in there. There you go. Nice thick construction there. Now, I'm just going to go in order of what they say. And going in order, they want the 3 A9s to go in next. This little A9 piece, going to drop in right here. It's you can do it either direction. It doesn't have a wrong way. Well, actually, there is, as long as you're going horizontal, there's no wrong way. But if you're going vertical, that wouldn't work. So now we've got like 8 pins sticking out of this end section. And we've got 6 pins sticking out of that top section. So I guess a lot of stuff is about to get pinned on, including 3 B19s and 3 B12s. So this is a B19. Goes on there. And then on top goes a B12, an A12. And you make sure that the A12 goes on with the star pointed up. That's the way they want it. And we're going to honor their wishes. So I might have to end after doing this side piece just because I feel like my skills are dulling a little bit, after the like 2 hours of gaming that I did, and now I'm doing like we're like an hour and 5 minutes into the build, so I gotta take a break. I can't keep building all night. No, I would like to, but I'm not at my sharpest, and there's going to be a compilation, so I can't really have the compilation video be messed up for 1 hour, although I've done it before. But when I can avoid it, I should. I can't have it messed up because I'm getting tired. Because later it's going to be a compilation, and then that time will be inconsistent. All right, we got this little arch on. Now we have to get this little drummer on. Get all the pins lined up. Oh, and this is my favorite part. Dropping this in to this section, which is already like incredibly thick. 1, 2, 3, 4 levels deep. But we're going to go further. We're going to drop this in. And we're going to really get this thing on lockdown. Did we just get it already? Is that already in? Yeah, it is. Look at that. Why is there nothing coming out of these 2 pins? Did we miss something? Because on the other side, there was pieces coming out. No, they weren't on that side either. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking. So anyway, there's the 2 pieces. So we got 2 side walls, and we got the back. We haven't built the front yet, but you can kind of see where this is going, you know. It's going to look like a pinball machine. I mean, at some point, you can kind of get the idea there. I'm not going to hook it on until the instructions say, but you definitely can see where this is going. I think it's going to be cute. All right, so we're done with that page. Page 17 is done. Page 17, piece 178. Did we add up the pieces for this? I don't think we did. I'm going to rewind the live video to see when I got to 178. When I got to 178. Trying to see if I was there before I got to this section. I was, yeah. Yeah, we're past piece 178. Good catch. I mean, I'm complimenting myself. But anyway, I'm glad it was caught. So 5, 8, 11, 12, 13, 16, 18. So we're 18 higher than this. So that's what, 196? Excellent. 196. And we're going to be on page 18 the next time we meet. So page 18, wow. Page 18 is a baller page. I mean, what is going on here? All right, so some very exciting work we're going to be doing tomorrow. I mean, they've got screws, they've got springs, there's 3 levels, there's about 35 pieces, if not more. No, maybe it's less pieces than that, but it's definitely, I mean, there's definitely a lot going on page 18. Come back tomorrow. We'll look at that. I'm John Rapp. This is Just Rest Your Eyes. Good night. See you tomorrow.